It's Halloween week! Are you excited, Toti? Are you excited? I'm excited. Yes! Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I am a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now, if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Patreon, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. I'm really getting into this now. So you might be wondering, Sam, you don't look so well, but it's just makeup, guys. It's just makeup. Thanks to everyone that joined me on the live stream when I was putting this on. You kept me company because it took a while, but I love Halloween. If that's not translating, I love Halloween. Oh, I just hit the mic thing again. So I thought it would be fitting to do a special Halloween week where I go through some songs from Halloween films or that just reference kind of spooky themes and let you know my thoughts and tell you what's happening in that, you know? So while I was doing the makeup, I kept getting told, voice play, voice play, voice play, voice play, voice play, voice play. And funnily enough, that is on my list. So we are going to listen to at least one voice play track this week. We'll start with this one. It's the Oggie Boogie song. I've not heard this, but I've heard good things. So let's just crack on, shall we? Crack. Crack like a cracked skull.
Well, what have we here? Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one everybody's talking about.
Right, okay. So already, that is Jeff Castellucci. I was watching some videos on him. I've never heard him sing before though, so that's really interesting. His voice is obviously very low. He's probably a bass, if you want to put it into that classification system. But you can hear that he is actually hitting some quite high notes. Ooh, like up there. So he's actually got quite a large range, but you can still hear that there's that darkness even in the top end. And that's just because his voice is so boomy and like resonant. Really nice.
You're joking. I can't believe my eyes. You're joking me. You gotta be. This can't be the right guy. I don't know which is worse. I might just split a seam now if I don't die laughing first. Mr. Oggie Boogie says there's trouble close at hand. You better pay attention now, cause I'm the boogeyman.
Whoa! Okay, so we're hitting some super low notes here. The other guys around, this is very typical of like an a cappella group, which I'm assuming they are. It's got this like constant running harmonic line all the time. A lot of the time in a cappella groups they do like boo boo boo, and then other people do like boom 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 boom, and it kind of just keeps the song moving. It's very whimsical to my ear. Like, it sounds really playful. So they're doing a really cracking job. Some of them were hitting some really like nasalized high character voices. So they're obviously all really amazing. Now Jeff's hitting some seriously low notes. And I think he's using his subharmonic register to get down to some of these really low notes. Now, I'll link the video that I watched of him explaining how he does it, but essentially your vocal folds have a certain slackness that they can get to. It's called vocal fry at the slackest, so like that. It's basically your vocal folds moving very slowly and irregularly. Now, that's obviously on a spectrum, so you can go You've got control over how much tension you're getting in your folds. But if you sit on a certain sweet spot, strangely, I don't know why, you'll get a subharmonic undertone that will pop out over your fundamental, and it will make your voice sound an octave lower. I've only been playing around with it, so I'm not all that good, but let's give it a shot. So, is the actual note, but you can hear it sounds lower because of that slackening there. That was it, on and off and on and off and on and off. So the undertone is actually, for some reason, stronger than the fundamental when you slacken onto that note. But you have to make sure that you're singing the octave above in order to get that drop. It's very strange and hard to explain. He'll explain it better than me, but that's how you do that. But yeah, look into it. It's a super cool thing to do, and it helps you hit some seriously low notes. Let's keep going.
And if you aren't shaking, there's something very wrong. Cause this may be the last time you hear the boogie song.
Whoa, whoa! Listen to the difference in that range. I'm the Oogie Boogie Man, but an octave above that, and the whoa, but an octave below that. His range is insane. It's very, very good. I think the clarity of some of these really low notes is in the mixing. There's a point in his video where he talks about he makes a sound, and then when you mix it down, you can get a real clarity to it.
And it sounds like a little gnarly just in the air. Once you get on the mic and EQ the air out of it, there you have it.
This is super well mixed. All those voices are blending perfectly.
If I'm feeling at the end, there's nothing much to do.
I might just cook a special batch of steak and spider stew.
And don't you know the one thing that would make it work so nice?
A roly-poly Santa Claus
To add a little spice.
Whoa. Do-do-do-do-do. This is crazy. I want to just focus on the three characters there that came through. The absolute punch and nasality that the bearded guy can get is wild. If he's not done character work for TV, then I don't know why, because it's amazing. So that kind of tinny, nasalized, squeezy kind of sound is coming from the ariepiglottic sphincter, which is basically the space between your epiglottis and your vocal folds. So if you are to bring that in like you're going to swallow, you get that really pointed sound. And mine's not even as wild as his. So he's really harnessing that to get that character voice out, and then he puts it onto a high larynx and turns it into this kind of almost childlike, nasty, creepy sound. It's great.
Release me now, or you must face the dire consequences. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses.
So one thing that I would say there is if he had dropped his larynx when he sung that, it would have sounded more old manish and possibly more in keeping with Santa Claus. Down, down, kind of feel. The children are expecting me, so please come to your senses. Like that. Obviously, I don't speak like that from day to day, but the way that you get that tone is just by dropping your larynx. Everything kind of richens, darkens, and it's more in keeping with an older sound. But amazing. Still fantastic.
You're joking, I can't believe my ears.
when someone shut this up.
I'm drowning in my tears.
It's funny. You really are too much.
And now, with your permission, I'm going to do my stuff.
What are you going to do?
I'm gonna do the best I can. Hit it!
The sound of rolling dice to me is music in the air.
Cause I'm a gambling boogeyman, although I don't play fair.
It's much more fun, I must confess.
With lives on the line.
Not mine, of course, but yours, oh boy. Now that'll be just fine.
I can't get over that guy's like nasal, twangy voice. It's insane. It's so good. You forget how simplistic this song is. I mean, it's basically just percussion and voices, and they could be doing that percussion with their voices for all I know, because usually in a cappella groups you get like a beatboxer type person that fills that role, but it sounds like it's got a major bass line, it sounds like it's got strings, and that's all coming from the collection of voices. It's just wild.
Release me faster, you will have to answer for this heinous act.
Oh, brother, you're something. You put me in a spin.
You aren't comprehending the position that you're in.
It's hopeless.
You're finished.
You haven't got a prayer.
Cause I'm Mr. Oogie Boogie, and you ain't going nowhere. The Oogie Boogie Man. Oogie Boogie
Whoa. That was insane. That was mental. The textures that were coming through at the end there, with them all having their own individual like characters really push into the fore, was wild. There's a guy that's got a really low voice as well. He was the one that was doing the bass line, but like that kind of bass. Just really, really clean. I love a low voice. Like in many ways, I like low notes better than high notes, just because of the fullness of the sound. It just tickles me in places that skeletons don't get tickled very often, if you know what I'm saying. That last note that Jeff did was so low. Now, he speaks about 2 techniques in the video that I'll link down there. And I think this may have been the first one he talks about. I can't quite remember what it was, but it was a guy from Home Free that did the technique crazily well, and it encouraged him to try it. It's more like and then you slowly start to add voice in. And then that's the one that you can, that you mix down to get that clarity out of. But Voiceplay, man, they're amazing. Wow. So I hope you liked that reaction. If you did, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe, ring the bell, and anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how are we going to buy this one? I should have said how. You know, I'll edit that in. Let's try a little subharmonic, shall we? So all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me, and bye. It was starting to come through-ish, was it? I don't know. Probably not, but whatever. Bye.